behind the scenes with future country rock blues kings and queens. Discover them first with Palm Mash TV. Palm Mash TV.
Well, hello there. It's Paul Mash TV time again. I'm Paul Mash, your host, of course. We got a great interview coming up for you in just a moment. But before we get into that, don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell here on YouTube. And you're always going to get the latest interviews whenever they become available. And check out the comments section and leave us a comment. You'll also see one of the comments that'll have links to our caps and t-shirts. So we hope that you'll do that for us. And if you're on Facebook, go to facebook.com/PaulMashTV, which is our official Facebook page. And feel free to like the page and inbox us and comment on everything you see. And be sure to email us at paulmashtv, all one word, @gmail.com. And that's good not just for bands or solo artists who want to be on the show, but if you're a fan as well, we'd love for you to use that same email address. We'd love to talk to you, so I hope you do that. And don't forget to check out Roku channel Smile World TV at Wednesday at 6 p.m. Central, because we'll have a episode of Paul Mash TV there waiting for you. And go to www.1mikemusic, that's the number 1, then mikemusic.net/Paul Mash TV. That's our official web address. And we're going to recap all that for the closing credits at the end of the show, so stay tuned for that. In just a moment, we're going to have Justin Flynn from Bowling Green, Kentucky, another talented artist, and I think you'll agree. And we'll get to that in just a second, but first, here's a word from ClickJam. So don't go away, we'll be right back.
We got history, got me feeling the nostalgia when you look at me, thinking about what could.
Okay, everybody, and it's interview time again, and with us from Bowling Green, Kentucky, we have Justin Flynn. Thanks for joining us, Justin.
Howdy, I appreciate you having me, Paul.
Okay, well, we're glad to have you here today. Tell us a little bit about, how it all started for you as being an artist. I mean, everyone has their own story. I'm sure you have a good story to share with us as well.
Yeah, sure. So I grew up singing in church and went into the Army and got up with some guys, and we played a little bit of music and stuff like that. Singing and playing music's just always been something that I've really loved. And I didn't really start taking it serious until about 5 or 6 months ago, and started streaming on Facebook and getting a little bit of a following and playing out in some bars here in Bowling Green. So music's just always been a passion for me. So it's something I want to do for the rest of my life if I can make that happen.
Okay, well, that's good that you do what you love, and I hope you'll be around for a few more years doing it. And
Absolutely.
So why don't you tell us a little bit about, some of the influences that encourage you in your songwriting and musical abilities. I'm sure you have a few in mind.
Yeah, sure. So I grew up listening to all kinds of different types of music. A lot of like classic rock, so like Stevie Ray Vaughan and some Elvis. My grandparents liked Elvis and my aunt liked Elvis. So I grew up listening to a lot of Alan Jackson, Garth Brooks, George Strait. I mean, all the real country greats and rock greats. And so I've kind of developed a little bit of like a country bluesy, kind of a raspy tone in the way I kind of write and rap, the way I sing. So I guess kind of gathered from all that blues and rock country, I want to try to fill a void I think that's really missing in music right now. You got like this pop country that's coming out of Nashville, and you got that red dirt music that kind of comes out of Texas. And I like a little bit of both of those. So I kind of want to mold and create something a little different than what's being done right now.
Yeah, that's true. And you can't go wrong with the classic country artists, especially the ones you mentioned, like I think you said Earth and so forth.
Mm-hmm.
And that's probably the way to go sometimes, and
For sure.
And especially since they're legends. Why don't you tell everybody if they decide they want to get some of your music, where would you go? I mean, I'm sure it's on all streaming platforms, but if you have any physical copies, you're welcome to volunteer to that as well.
Yeah, absolutely. So I don't have any physical copies for sale yet. I've got 3 songs that are original done. They're on YouTube right now, free to listen to. I'm working on getting some uh, like iTunes and some other platforms where you can actually purchase music. I just got hooked up with a couple producers, and so that's going to be coming in the mix here pretty soon. So I'm hoping here before too long I'll have everything out on some streaming platforms that you can download too. So,
Okay.
but for right now, everything's like an acoustic setup. What I've done so far. So YouTube, I Facebook live stream a lot. So if you want to catch me there, kind of get a feel for what type of music I play or what my sound is, that's probably the best place to catch me is on Facebook.
Okay. Well, contact Justin Flynn. I'm sure he'll tell you how to get in touch with his videos. And as he said, they're on YouTube, I do believe. So check that out. And I'm sure you'll appreciate that. And,
Absolutely.
And speaking of that, I guess we've got a video coming up for you guys out there in just a moment. It's called Same Mistake.
Yes, sir.
Is there a story behind that song? Maybe you'd like to share that with us.
Yeah, sure. So I think every good song kind of comes from either a story told or a lesson learned or a life experience. And so the song Same Mistakes, I wrote it kind of after a long, drawn out relationship, which everybody's been in one of those. You know, it's not really good for you, but you just kind of hang on to see what it's going to end up being. Kind of hope for the best. And this song really is kind of like coming out of that type of relationship and realizing that you don't want to make those same mistakes. You see a little more self-worth and you want to try to move on. You know, whatever you have to do to kind of make yourself feel like you're worthy of having something better than what you had and not falling back into those traps. So that's kind of what inspired that song. And I think it's pretty good. I've had a lot of good feedback from quite a few people that have heard it. So,
okay. Well, I'm sure everybody's dying to hear the video, and
sure.
We'll get right into it in just a moment. But I think that's all we really need for right now, Justin. And we thank you for coming by. We'd love to have you back again sometime if you got anything.
Absolutely, Paul. I appreciate you having me, and I look forward to coming back anytime.
Okay. Well, let's get right to the video. Here's Same Mistakes by Justin Flynn on Paul Mash TV. So don't go away. We'll be right back.
Here in 6 months should have been long enough for you to make up your mind, decide on my love. Just couldn't let go of what you had before. I'm about a shot away, being passed down on my phone. Sometimes I wonder if you ever really care, but I know before you left, you damn sure weren't prepared to miss me like I know you do right now. But I take a shot and remind myself I'm glad you're not around, 'cause I won't make the same mistakes I always gave. All you did was take. You had my love, gave it back a little scar for your heartache, but I'm polishing out one more shot. I won't make the same mistake. Try to text and call for weeks. After all the shit you put me through, I know that talk is cheap. Honey, you won't ever change my mind. And this don't might as well quit wasting your damn time. 'Cause I won't make the same mistakes. I always get all you did was take. You had my love, gave it back a little scar from your heartache. But I'll polish it off, one more shot, I won't make the same mistake. Maybe next time you'll make up your mind. Don't make the same mistake. 'Cause I won't make the same mistake.